These are my top trade targets in fantasy football right now, entering week 9. Number 1, Jaylen Warren. I know it's going to sound crazy, but Jaylen Warren, minimum 50 rush attempts, according to fantasy points data. He's number 26 in explosive run rate, which is not good. Number 10 in missed forced tackles, though. That's good. Tied for number 2 in missed forced tackles per attempt, tied with Bijan Robinson, by the way. Number 5 in yards after contact per attempt. Number 17 in expected fantasy points per game. That's right between James Cook and Ashton Jeanty, and he's got good matchups coming up. We have the Colts, the Chargers, the Bengals, the Bears, the Bills, the Ravens, and then the fantasy playoffs, Dolphins, Lions, Browns, but there's a lot of good matchups in there. Let's talk about Chase Brown next. He's number 28 in explosive run rate, not great. That's out of 40 running backs, minimum 50 attempts. Number 18 in missed tackles forced, tied for number 9 in missed tackles forced per attempt, though, tied with Breece Hall and J.K. Dobbins. He's number 15 in expected fantasy points per game, just above James Cook. And the upcoming schedule for the Bengals, they play the Bears this week, then they have their bye, but then it's Steelers, Patriots, Ravens, Bills, Ravens again, and Dolphins, and then they have the Cardinals in week 17. Derrick Henry, I could list you off some metrics that would paint a very bleak picture for Derrick Henry, like the fact that he's 20th in explosive run rate percentage. He's number 33 in missed tackles forced, number 38 out of 40 qualified running backs in missed tackles forced per attempt. He is number 12 in yards after contact, number 17 in yards after contact per attempt, number 13 in yards after contact before attempt, number 21 in expected fantasy points per game. But this is entirely based on the Ravens schedule coming up. They have the Dolphins this week. Then they have the Vikings, the Browns, the Jets, the Bengals, the Steelers, the Bengals again. And then in week 16 and 17, it gets tougher with the Patriots and Packers. But there's a lot of matchups there where Derrick Henry should absolutely smash. Let's talk about Jordan Addison and the Minnesota Vikings. Jordan Addison, again, nothing that's going to jump off the page to you. Number 24 in targets per game. He's tied for number 31 in expected fantasy points per game, tied with A.J. Brown, but he's number 41 in first read and design target share. But this comes down to the schedule. He has a great playoff schedule and a great schedule down the stretch. The Vikings have coming up the Lions at home, the Ravens, the Bears, at Green Bay, at Seattle, at Washington. That's a little bit tougher. But then the fantasy playoffs, Cowboys, Giants, Lions. Let's talk about Chris Olave. And I know he has Tyler Shuck at quarterback now, but Chris Olave has been going under the radar, and he shouldn't be. He's number 2 in expected fantasy points per game. The only player he's behind is Jamar Chase. He's number 3 in targets per game. He's number 12 amongst all pass catchers in first read and design target percentage. And he has a great playoff schedule. In week 15, they play the Panthers. That's a little bit tougher, but then he gets the Jets and the Titans